Alright guys, we're back with another video. It's a little bit late today, which I apologise for, but we'll get straight into it. I wanted to talk about whether you've been brainwashed. Now, this is the main thing that's happening a lot nowadays. Everyone's getting indoctrinated into one thing or the other. You're all being fed one lie or another, and it's all about what you come to accept, what you come to find is your truth, based on what you know, what you've experienced, and what you've had in your life. So getting into that with a bit more depth, you look at what you're told in school, all the lessons you're taught, everything you're taught there, that's going to be one thing that could brainwash you, okay? And I'm not saying everything from school is wrong or fake or it's all lies, okay? That's not what I'm saying, but think about it. Be careful with what you're told. Always second guess everything. Make sure that you're conscious about what you're being told and you're not just letting people tell you what is right and wrong. Figure that out for yourself. So in school, figure out kind of what is your right and wrong, what you think is the right way and the wrong way, and then go with that. Then you've got your parents, your family. How have they brainwashed you? In what way have they taught you to be a good person, a bad person? What have you learned from them? And how has that affected what you do day to day now? What lessons have you learned from your parents that have changed how you react to certain situations? Have you taken on certain habits and behaviours from your parents? Have you gotten more angry? Have you got a shorter temper? Or are you very shy and timid when it comes to having conversations with people? What is a character trait or something that you've taken on from your parents that could be considered negative or positive? Figure out what aspects you've learned from people that you spend time with, your family, your friends, the people you're close to, and figure out what character traits you've developed over time from spending time around those people, and also look at what did you learn in school? What were the different things that you learned, and how did that impact your way of thinking, your mindset, how ambitious you are, how you look at what you want to do, what you think is right and wrong. Because there are so many different aspects of what people will say is right and wrong, but at the end of the day, you've got to look at what you think is right and wrong, because someone else's right could be your wrong. To a certain degree, that is, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are going to be doing very wrong things, and whether they say it's right or not, it's still wrong. But so you've got school and education. That's one thing that could brainwash you. You've got family and friends and people you spend time around, people you know. That's another thing that could brainwash you, indoctrinate you into a different mindset. But then we've also got the media, social media. You've got YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of these different forms of social media and entertainment. What have they taught you? What values are they pushing on you now? You look at all of the movies you see nowadays. What type of things are being included more? They're pushing on the whole LGBTQ agenda, which is one thing. Do you consider that to be a negative or a positive? How does that affect you? Do you believe in it? Do you not believe in it? What's the bad thing about it that you see? What's the good thing about it that you see? What is the main thing that you think is affecting you from that? And you've got to look at, again, how has your way of thinking changed based on what you've seen and what you've learned from looking at that entertainment? What movies have you watched that have changed your mindset to a certain way that it wouldn't have been that way before, having watched that movie? And you think the same thing with the YouTube videos you watch, the content creators. Who are you inspired to be like? 40 years ago, we would have had Rambo and Rocky and Arnold Schwarzenegger in in Predator. Those were the proper men. Whereas now, who are the male role models that you guys have? You need to think about who do you guys have to look up to, or who are you being told to look up to? Who are meant to be the role models for men nowadays? You've got to think about that. Who are the people that men are told to look up to? Why don't you want to be like this guy or a superhero? someone that's not real. But you've got to think about it. You've got to look at someone who is real. Who is it in this day and age who is a real person who's living the life that you want to live? Now, the main thing I want you to take away from this is figure out in what ways you've been brainwashed by the education system that you've been through, the people that you spent time with, and the media itself. Figure out how you can brainwash yourself positively into learning more, which is going to benefit you long term. Okay? And then also now, I want you to figure out what do you want to do. Figure out who you want to be like, the person you want to become, and find someone who is real, who has the closest to those values as you can find, and become like as much like that person as you possibly can. Simple as that. So, alright guys, it's only been a short video today and it's a bit late, so I apologise, but we'll see you in the next one.